Hello, everybody, and welcome to Boundary Line Podcast with Dillon and Sheldon. And IPL is kickstarted, and what a first round we've had. And today we're going to be discussing Rajasthan Royals versus the Kings 11 Punjab. Sheldon, I think every time these two teams meet, things like this are going to happen. Matches are going to go down to the wire.
Crazy, crazy game. I mean, it just brought back memories of Sharjah 2020, that crazy game. It felt like we were going to the same script. Sanju Samson again with a brilliant knock, with a terrific 100 this time, and it came down to the last ball, didn't it, Del? What a
I
crazy game.
I am honestly lost for words. If you told me at the start that Rajasthan are going to chase down 222, I'd have said, hey, you can't do this every time. You can't do this every year. I would have just been like, nah, it's not going to be possible. You've lost Joss Butler. You've lost Ben Stokes. No way. No way it's going to be possible. But I think Sanju Samson has other plans for everyone. I mean, the way he played was absolutely brilliant, Sheldon. I have no words really to describe that. And he was so close in the end. Just that last two balls, Sheldon, people wondering whether he did the right thing. We'll come to that in a bit, but you want to say something about Sanju Samson? I mean, Sanju, the champion Samson. I think that's going to be his name.
What a knock. I mean, we've all been begging for this kind of knock for a long time from Sanju
Yeah,
Samson. He gets these
yeah,
pretty 20 and 30s, and that doesn't win you anything. I mean,
yeah,
it was one of the best knocks I've seen in IPL, and it
yeah.
was the best knock by a new captain as well. A debut captain, his first match as captain, and he produced that. It was absolutely brilliant. But yeah, so close. I mean, you can't get any closer than that. But yeah, that incident, I mean, what did you think about that? I mean, they needed five of two balls, was it? And with the most
Yes.
expensive signing in IPL history on the other side, Chris Morris as well. And Sanju
Oh
opted
God.
not to take the single and took it, on himself to finish the game. What did you think, Dil, about that?
I think he did the right thing, to be honest, because he was smoking it like anyone else. Like he was playing shots which were like looking outrageous. Like, you're hitting people like for sixes left, like all over the park. When you're going like that, when you're on song, you're the informed batsman. You've got the runs under the belt. So he felt that yes, he could do it. And obviously he was. I mean, it's just landed, you know, just inside the
So
boundary
close.
line and we're so close. So yeah, there are days which you can look back and say that yeah, he should have taken the single and I love Morris could have got a boundary or a two or something like that, but honestly Morris was really not able to get
Yeah.
bat on ball. If that last ball of the penultimate over, if Chris Morris had to get even 2 runs or something like that, just imagine if Chris Morris had to take even 2 runs off that last ball or something. You never know. In the end, I think he did the right thing by just taking it upon himself. He was the batsman in form. He was smoking it out of the park, and it just shows that this guy is just on another level. I mean, and what's a fun fact, Sheldon? You know what's a fun thing that surprises me? You've got guys like Sanju Samson, Shreyas Iyer, you've got Manish Pandey, Krunal Pandya. All these guys are not yet playing for India, like in ODIs or in tests or something like that. And it's just unbelievable how these guys like smack it around the park, right?
It's crazy, and there could be so many other guys as well. I thought Deepak Hooda in this match played a
Oh,
crazy knock as well. That it'll go under the
I
radar when we look at this game. Deepak Hooda,
yeah.
just what a knock that
Deepak
was.
Hooda
But
came out like as if
he was in some mood, Deepak Hooda. That's the best knock I've ever seen
yeah,
him.
and that six on the roof, that six just went like all on the roof and just came back. I was like, what has this guy had like today? Like Deepak Hooda just coming out. I mean, to be fair, last year towards the end, he scored some good knocks. But yeah, Deepak Hooda was in some mood, Sheldon, and the way he was smacking it around, I was at one point I was like, okay, this guy could go all the way here. And but
Yeah.
KL Rahul, I think, is just playing brilliantly, Sheldon. Played so brilliantly well that lap shot for six, which it went for six. But how cool was that? Like, who does that?
Crazy. KL Rahul, that was just a superb knock. I mean, continuing from where he left off last season, orange cap holder,
Yeah.
he just wants it back. He's going to keep that cap on him for the rest of the tournament, it seems. But yeah, brilliant knock. On most days, it would be the best knock of the match. But I mean, it was just amazing. I thought it was a fantastic knock, and good to see Huda also helping out Rahul, because last season we saw a lot of Rahul scoring and not much from the rest of the team.
From the
So I
others.
think that'll
Yeah.
be more good for Punjab as well, seeing that. And Dil, what do you think about the two expensive buys from Punjab? Meredith and Jai Richardson debuts, not memorable.
They could have done better. But honestly, Sheldon, on a pitch like this, the Wankhede flat AF, you can't do anything at all. If you go like for even 9 runs and over, 10 runs and over in your 4 overs, I would say that really good on this kind of a surface.
Yeah, I thought especially in that game, the 2 young Indian seamers impressed. Arshdeep from Punjab going the last over, and also the Rajasthan bowler, Sakaria, I think, on his debut.
Sakaria, Chetan Sakaria. I mean,
both impressed me a lot.
Yeah, highly impressed with both of them. And again, it just goes to show. Last year also you had some amazing guys bowling well, and again this year, 2 unknown guys again coming out bowling in those tense moments, really doing well. So it's really nice to see. But yeah, in the end, you got to feel for RR and you got to feel for Sanju Samson. I would say, really so close, but yet so far, almost there on the boundary line. But in the end, I mean, a knock which is going to be remembered for a long, long, long time. It's just the 4th game, and we've already seen matches going into the wire. But yeah, for RR, they'll have to do well. I don't think the Ben Stokes combination opening is going to work. Now that he's injured also, we've got the confirmation. I don't know who they're going to try and put. Joss Butler immediately needs to move up the order because, I mean, Sheldon, you would know better. Joss Butler is such an effective player when he plays in the first 6 overs. You saw what he did in the match. He came out there and just started smacking it. 4 fours consecutively, like amazing stuff. And then, it was all too late because I think that was the last over of the power play and it's gone. They need to stop with the experimentation with Stokes. Even if it's next season, if he's going to come back, I think please stop experimenting with Stokes at the top. It's not working.
Yeah, and you wouldn't understand it as well because Butler opens for England and Stokes bats in the middle order. So why would you do the opposite for a franchise team when they don't do those roles for their country? It just doesn't make sense.
I think for the next game, Rajasthan has to get Joss at the top.
No Stokes. So definitely, I think Butler has to come back anyway.
Yeah, and I think in place of Stokes, they're going to get Livingston probably.
I think Livingston or Miller are probably the only 2 options. I think they could.
I would say Rajasthan can still make up for it. I mean, they shouldn't lose any heart from this game. Yeah, it's still early. They shouldn't lose any heart. The fact that they almost chased down 222 was absolutely insane. Like you said, last year, just brought back memories of Sharjah last year, And I was like, okay, oh God, not again, Punjab. It's not happening again with you guys. And you could see it on Rahul's face towards the last 4-5 overs. You could see it. It's all coming back. Memories of Sharjah. But I mean, thank God, I think Mohammad Shami bowled it over really well.
I thought, especially when Rajasthan eventually brought it down to needing 21 of 2 overs. And when you're needing to get 11 runs per over throughout the innings, and you get it to 21 required of 2 overs, you should win from there, right? I mean, it's just amazing to think that. But I thought Punjab showed a lot of heart in the end because on a flat pitch, you really can't do much as bowlers.
Yeah.
They really fought and in the end just got over the line. And these are the type of games Punjab were losing last year. Yeah. Whenever there was a close game, Punjab lost it last year. So this is a big win for their morale and also considering the fact that they have a lot of games in Mumbai. So
Mumbai is going to seem that kind of a wicket, I think. Bowlers graveyard, I mean, Wankhede, Chinnaswamy, I think are all going to be high-scoring venues. Like we know it's been happening over the years now. But yeah, it's nice to see, these 2 teams go down all the way to the wire. We've had an exciting match here, guys. If you've not watched it, we highly recommend you check out the highlights of this match. KL Rahul scoring 91. Sanju Samson on his debut as captain scoring 119, just missing out. In the end, one team has to win, one team has to lose. That's what they say. But both teams have played brilliantly well. And that's it from us. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the section below what do you think about the match and if you thought that Sanju Samson made the right decision. Do follow us on Instagram. The handle's right down there. It's boundary_line_podcast. And you can check out all our videos and updates. Until then, thank you so much for watching and we'll see you back with another exciting match.